Just hit a button, Morty. Give me a beat.
Oh man, okay, alright,
Manchester United 1, Sevilla 2, how Lopetegui beat Solskjaer in the battle of the fullbacks. So going into the game, Solskjaer lined up his side in a 4-2-3-1 shape with De Gea in goal, Wan-Bissaka at right back, Williams at left back, Maguire and Lindelof the centre backs with Fred and Pogba playing as a midfield double pivot. Fernandes started in front of them with Rashford on the left, Greenwood on the right and Martial up front. Julien Lopetegui used a 4-3-3 system with Bono in goal, Navas at right back, Reguilón at left back, a centre back pairing of Koundé and Diego Carlos, with Fernando playing as the deepest midfielder in a 3 with Jordan and Banega ahead of him, Suso on the right of the attack, Ocampos on the left and El Nassri up front. Before I get into the analysis, remember to subscribe to the channel and click the bell to get notified when I release the analysis of my Champions League semi-finals and final, as well as my transfer series that I will be releasing soon as well. Check out some of my other analysis videos which will be linked in the description below, and I even have a quiz question as well. Name the player who scored the penalty to win the Champions League but then missed the penalty to lose the Champions League in another year. Put your answers in the comment section below and I'll release the answer at the end of the video, so keep watching for that. So Sevilla used their familiar possession shape with their 4-3-3 becoming a 2-3-4-1 shape, as the fullbacks advanced high up the pitch, keeping the width in the system, as the wide attackers Suso and Ocampos moved inside into the half spaces. The three central midfielders played unusually deep with Banega and Jordan, the wide central midfielders, moving into wide deep positions. We saw United press Sevilla aggressively in their defensive third in a 4-2-4 shape, as a front four man-to-man press Sevilla's deep possession block, with one of the front two pushing up onto the deepest midfielder, which was Fernando, with the other pressurising the centre-back, and the left attacker pushing up to pressurise Koundé. Pogba and Fred behind would also follow Banega and Jordan when they dropped into deep positions. The problem with this was that when Sevilla were able to play out of United's press, there was massive spaces in midfield, and if they could beat Fred or Pogba, then they were running straight at United's back line. In the middle third, United would drop back into a 4-4-1-1 shape, with Rashford and Greenwood particularly disciplined as they dropped deep into a flat midfield 4 to track the movement of Reguilón and Navas upfield. United would press conservatively in the middle third but would use a backward pass to the Sevilla centre-backs as a trigger to press aggressively, with Fernandes and Martial pushing forward and Greenwood and Rashford joining the press to force Sevilla backwards. Sevilla pressed United high up the pitch in a man-to-man 4-1-4-1 pressing shape, with Banega and Jordan squeezing up the pitch to pressurise Pogba and Fred, whilst Ocampos and Suso create a narrow 4 behind El Nassri, looking to press the fullbacks when they received the ball. Sevilla looked to either force United long from their goal kicks, or if United did choose to play out through the centre-backs, Sevilla would look to immediately squeeze the play. Fernando would sit a lot deeper than the pressing front 5, blocking the long pass into Martial in front of the back line. In possession, United weren't looking to retain the ball for long periods, instead they wanted to exploit the space vacated by Sevilla's advanced fullbacks. With United's front 4 high up the pitch, Solskjaer wanted Fred and Pogba to win the ball back in the middle third and instantly play direct passes into Fernandes and get Rashford and Martial peeling off and making runs wide of the Sevilla centre-backs. United did take the lead after an excellent bit of combination play from Rashford and Martial on the left side. As Rashford played the pass into Martial, he held up the ball before playing the pass back to him for the precise time for Rashford to move onto it and get a shot away, from where Diego Carlos' follow through gave Bruno Fernandes a chance to smash the ball into the top corner from the penalty spot and put United 1-0 up. Sevilla did dominate possession in their 2-3-4-1 possession shape, as the midfield 3 would alternate positions, with Banega and one other central midfielder dropping deep whilst the other would push up, and this saw Fernando sometimes in these deeper central positions and other times he'd be higher up the pitch, between Fred and Pogba, with Jordan dropping into the reduced position. Sevilla's point of progression came through looking for incisive passes into players like Ocampos and Suso between the lines. This is why Lopetegui had Banega and Jordan dropping deep, as they had the passing ability to play these incisive passes into players between the lines, whereas Reguilón and Navas don't, so it's better to have them higher up the pitch and allow Banega and Jordan to progress the ball into the final third. However, Sevilla looked most dangerous through Reguilón over and underlapping Ocampos on the left flank, and this is where Suso's equaliser came from. Ocampos and Reguilón were alternating positions on the left flank. Sometimes you'd see Reguilón holding the advanced width, whilst Ocampos would be positioned narrowly in the half space. But for the Sevilla first goal, Ocampos stretches the pitch which pulls Lindelof away from Maguire, opening up a massive space for Reguilón to underlap into. The pass into his path is perfect and the former Real Madrid man puts an inch perfect low cross across the 6-yard box for Suso coming round the far post, who side foots it past De Gea in goal. United's attack was far too congested in the centre of the park, Williams and Wan-Bissaka offered nothing going forward on the flanks, which allowed Sevilla to sit in a narrow 4-5-1 shape and force the ball out wide, whereas Reguilón and Navas were constantly making overlapping runs on the flanks, allowing Sevilla to get in behind the United back line. United were devoid of this, so when the ball went out wide it just took the pace out of their game, as you knew it was inevitably going to be passed backwards and allow Sevilla to shuffle across and close the gaps in their shape on that side. Going into the second half, United started excellently, pressing aggressively, and they were able to win the ball high up the pitch in Sevilla's defensive third using their narrow 4-2-4 pressing shape. This, combined with their quick transition and attack, looking to play passes into the forward line as soon as they won the ball, led to Greenwood and Martial's one-on-one chances early on in the second half which they couldn't take. Sevilla at the start of the second half continued to push their midfield high up the pitch to squeeze Pogba and Fred. However, around the 60th minute mark we saw the fatigue begin to set in. This was seen as Sevilla couldn't sustain a press as their midfield retained a deeper position, as their forward line pressed United aggressively in their defensive third, which left a massive gap between the two pressing lines, allowing United to play out easily. Rashford and Greenwood were continually looking to get into the half spaces behind the Sevilla midfield, but the side didn't have the advanced width in the system to stretch the Sevilla shape and really cause them any problems. Wan-Bissaka and Williams seemed to be always about 10 or 15 yards too deep, which really hindered United's possession system, as it meant that the Sevilla wide players didn't have to track the runs of the United fullbacks, so could maintain a higher, narrower position, making it increasingly hard for United to play through Sevilla's 4-5-1 defensive shape. Sevilla's possession system on the other hand was positionally excellent, as Suso was moving inside into the right sided half space, which was enabled by Navas' advanced positioning, which United didn't have. This caused United all sorts of problems, as Rashford was dragged wide by Navas' runs, stretching United's system and increasing the space for Suso, meaning that Fred was forced to drop deeper to stop Suso having massive amounts of space. Banega was key to Sevilla's system. He would float between the lines, drop in deep and being the main progressor of the ball, with his incisive passes between the lines. When Jong came on, this also gave him the option of playing long passes into his chest, which was needed as Sevilla began to tire and were less willing to play through United's high press. United's missed chances did prove costly, as Sevilla were able to take the lead. Sevilla worked the ball between the lines of the United system and got the ball out wide to Navas, who was in an advanced position high up the pitch. He waited for the right opportunity to call in a low cross between the United goalkeeper and back line. Despite the quality of the cross, United's defending was appalling. Wan-Bissaka at the back post completely allows De Jong to run away from him, with no other Sevilla defender around him. Lindelof doesn't anticipate the cross coming into the box. He should be side on, but is caught flat-footed, unable to intercept the cross, and allows De Jong to knock the ball into the net past De Gea. From then on, United's lack of ability to break down a deep defensive block became clear yet again, as they had little creativity, particularly from out wide. This allowed Sevilla to sit deep and compact and see out the victory, taking them into the Europa League final. So overall, this game showcased how effective an offensive weapon United's narrow, aggressive press can be, but more importantly it highlighted how poor United are when they attack out wide, which all stems from their fullbacks, whereas Sevilla showcased the benefit of having two great attacking fullbacks, which in this game was the difference. I will be doing a video analysing an updated version of who I think United should sign this summer, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you don't miss out on that. The answer to the quiz question at the start of the video was Andrei Shevchenko. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, check out the videos linked in the description below and the video that Drake is pointing to on the screen right now.